What is up everyone, today we are reviewing Crimen Mercenary Tales on the Oculus Quest, which is the newest game from Carbon Studios, the developers behind the VR classic Wizard series, which I believe universally are remembered as good games. So when I saw the trailer for Crimen Mercenary Tales, I was very excited to see what they've been working on. Since their last game, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, to memory looked awesome, but the combat and gameplay was extremely lacking and personally left me very disappointed. I was really hoping this game was a comeback title for the developers that I could recommend, but again I found myself struggling to enjoy their newest game. The story sees you walking around a tavern filled with heroes. Each of them has a story to tell and you relive each of their stories after giving them a high five. You're then transported to a variety of locations and you're fighting your way through all the chapters, all the while listening to the characters tell the story. The voice work is passable and the music is good at setting the mood but can be slightly repetitive. And the reason it's only slightly repetitive is because the game is 3 to 4 hours long. But for the price of $15, it makes me think this game is meant to be a budget title. And if that's not the case, it definitely feels like one. Let's talk about combat, which is 80% of the gameplay. The game starts you off easy with sword fighting, which sees the enemy telegraph what they're about to do, leaving you to just block the attack and then strike. You have to swing hard for red hits. If you don't swing hard enough, it's a yellow hit and they can take quite a long time to take down. The game then slowly adds more types of enemies as you progress through the story, and by the end you have standard soldiers, soldier with body armor. Both of these can be defeated with random strikes, the tank soldier who carries a shield, and then the archer. One thing the game does really well is there's a pretty cool system that when you kill certain enemies, they slow-mo drop or throw weapons and health and bows and arrows up in the air, giving you time to grab them out of the air and use them during the fight. I really like this system, but you don't really get to start using this system a lot until you've progressed at least 60% through the game. And by then, you're kind of fed up with swinging your sword around, taking down waves and waves of repetitive enemies. Graphically on the Quest, it's okay. There's definitely a level of jank to everything though. Some of the characters' eyes are just simply looking the wrong way, lip sync is almost non-existent, don't think there's any shadows, and the in-game cutscenes just looked overall very rushed. The boss fights are also quite uninspired and pretty boring, and actually the very last one is completely broken. It stopped me completing the game, which to be honest by that point I was very happy to give up. It's such a shame, because there are some parts I do like, but ultimately just felt a very unnecessary game in my library. I can't put my finger on it. There's just something not happening here to make you want to keep playing, and if I wasn't doing this review, I probably would have given up within the first hour. I feel bad making this review because I know the developers have got a lot of potential, and at one point I kind of thought, is this a kids game? But there's actually swearing in it, which leads me to believe this is for adults to enjoy. I do question, do they enjoy their own games? Because personally playing this, I didn't really enjoy it. I did try it and there is moments of where you think, yeah, this is okay, but ultimately I won't give it my recommendation. And to give it a review score, I would probably give it a 4.5 out of 10. And the reason I give it a 4.5 out of 10 is because there's some really cool moments in it and the price is reasonable. I wish these guys luck on the next game. Like and subscribe if you enjoy these reviews, which I didn't, and I will see you all on the next one.